Oh, Shiznick. It's slowly creeping up, and the stream should go visual any second now, or it could be a failure to launch. Nope, there we go. Boom. How's it going? It's Captain Den. We're here in the den once again, playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. And none of this new hokey crap that they're doing with their D&D 1 or any of this other enlightened garbage. We're going with old, hardcore, totally biased and racist Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. And I hope all my friends will join me after that comment. Let me kick it over to our non-prejudiced GM, Cavron.
Hey, cool. Shadows of Eberron, where there's all the races get together in the city and mingle and match, and some hate each other and some don't.
We hate them all equally.
If they've got a weapon against you, it's fine to hate them. So, we've just finished up a run down into the depths of Sharn to bring back yet another old relic from the past, and the party has successfully done so. Spoiler alert for Shiny, who's missed a couple of episodes.
Uh-oh. I was practicing my Blazing Phoenix's dance routines during that time.
Excellent.
That'll
We're back in the Broken Anvil Tavern. Guests of Lady Eladrin, DeKenneth, and you guys have sat down around to wrap up your job with her. She's laid out a spread of food and drinks. She has a House Kenneth bodyguard nearby, and
He's a chump. We can take him.
pick it up from there. He looks beefy. He's looking around. He does not eye you guys up. He's eyeing the crowd around you, being the bodyguard for the table.
We need a bodyguard?
Well,
Most likely
she very
it's
well
for her.
might. She brought a great deal of money with her, so
Indeed.
we were remunerated quite handsomely for this, as I recall.
I think the cut was $250 each or somewhere around there.
She had handed you a sack of 2,000, so
2,000?
yeah, she paid extra.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Nice.
you had talked her up from 1,000 to like, I don't know, was it 15 or 16, and then she went an even 2 for a job well done and speedily as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, 2,000 because divided by 8, that's 250. Well, of course we did. Of course we whooped ass and got it done in less than 24 hours, and that's why we're the best.
And
man.
we were told that we were in her Rolodex now. So
Yep.
Is that like a phone sex thing?
could be, depends on the number that you stop on when you play.
I don't know.
Rolodex
Some of our
roulette.
younger listeners and watchers might not know what a Rolodex is.
That's part of the point.
It's like the little black book.
That's what they used in the medieval times. It's a period appropriate piece.
Which is
That's
about
how they knew what
20
to
years ago.
use on their rotary phones. Numbers to use.
My first job, I had a Rolodex.
We still have one. The music there is playing a small little bardic trio in the corner. Just general background, easy music.
Oh yeah, how good are they?
Let's see. Let's unpause that. Pretty good. Easy listening.
Not bad.
Good.
Oh, phoenixes, though.
Well, the Blazing Phoenix, we're like Gwar. We pretty much like do all our shows in full armor, you know, just to make it even more adventurous. And also in case the DM tries to kill us during the show.
Or
So did we divvy up that gold, or is someone holding on to it? For
No, divvied up. Everybody got 250.
well, we also still have all the stuff that we pulled out of the forge and everything.
Sure.
Going back to my notes.
So she's still hanging out with us. So
She is. She is for a little while. You know, if you guys are going to party on, she might leave. Who knows? But you have my thanks and the thanks of my house. Feel free, party up. Tell me the story of the adventure. You did it so quickly. She says.
normally, I
take a lot
really like to
longer
take
time.
my time when I do something very important. And I give her a wink. But you know, one of our master storytellers definitely is, as I bow over to Mordrin.
Mordrin. That was an unfortunate choice. I am not a storyteller. I mean, need someone with a little more appeal. I'm just a humble sham player. You should ask Roland.
No, Roland dipped out of the room. I think he's up at the bar.
I think he's passed out in his cups.
Yeah, I think you should tell the story.
Ooh. Well,
'Cause I'm finishing my
it was
dinner.
Yet another example of the tremendous team effort that the Blazing Phoenixes have been renowned for under the leadership of Mr. Shandor here. And yes, it was quite an interesting place down there. It would be intriguing to know more history about it, but a lot of bugs, a lot of really angry bugs. And there were some Warforged that were there that seemed bent on having this object. There seems to be an organization known as that follows the Lord of Blades. So beware with that object that this group seems intent upon retrieving it.
These
She
corrupted Warforged are an affront to my kind.
Do we know much about them?
You know, like I said in the when I hired you, the Lord of Blades operates through many agents, and is reputedly operating out of the Mournland.
Kind of far away from Sharn, isn't it?
A bit. But it is said that the Lord of Blades has agents everywhere.
Well,
They're
he has
like the ones we've encountered.
he probably
should
has
not be
about
a
20 of
problem.
them less now. Sorry.
No,
Seems to have a tremendous following amongst the changelings as well, although I don't know if that's just because of perhaps a mercenary nature, or if they have some attachment to the Lord of Blades
Were they changelings or were they
philosophically.
something else? Were they?
I thought they were changelings.
Yeah, I thought they were changelings.
Changeling Warforged?
No.
No, there were changelings with the Warforged.
Yeah, with the Warforged.
Cole says they were shifters.
Shifters.
Shifters,
Right.
yes.
More like
So-
kind of lycanthropy kind of type.
Right.
They seem pretty shifty.
That too.
Well, they've been downshifted.
Who says you don't have a sense of humor?
I'm working on it. We worship corpses, for Christ's sake.
There's a necromancer?
No, it's not necromancy. Necromancy is when you use evil powers to maintain the dead. But when you keep the dead alive through your love and devotion, that is the undying core. That is the essence of success when you are that well loved.
So a loving necromancer.
Well, no. Again, you get into maintaining them through evil means. This is not through evil means. It's different.
You don't. It's
I have
not
a pamphlet. Would you be interested in a pamphlet?
Yes, I would. Thank you very, very much, kind sir.
But yes, it was an interesting forge down there. Quite an interesting setup. Has that object been down there since that forge was abandoned?
I am at a loss for what has gone on down there. The journal that Shiny has might have answers.
I shall consult it.
The unfortunate professor.
Well, seeing how as small of a forge as it is, it could be used to repair injured warforge.
It would have to be clandestine because it is in the old city.
I look over at Cole and I'm like, well, was there anything special about that forge, or just it was a good forge and you had the spare parts?
It was mostly that, she says.
Yeah. So I didn't think the forge was anything special besides it had a secret compartment in it.
Protective layer of dust.
That too. But I don't think, are those mechanical ward dogs a common?
I've never run into one before, so the excitement at finding them was helpful in the articulation that I could add to my prosthetic arm. I could use this to help others and possibly design more. I'm keeping all the pieces for that. I'll need to work at even a modern day forge. Would probably give me the tools, but the tools I have would be all right, but easier with a larger forge. And of course, if we were ever to find a actual Warforged forge, that would be tremendous, but those are supposedly gone.
I wonder if the Lord of Blades had access to a forge like this in the Mournlands. Would the object that we brought back offer some utility in using the forge, or an ability to create new warforged?
Well, and this is Cole, if he does have a forge, he would have to know the right formula and rituals and all of that to create more of us. But he might.
Yeah, because it's not just the forge or engineering that does it, Mordrin. There's a high level of magics that are also that gives, the Warforged, their autonomy, and then they grew into their own sentience based upon that magic. So just that forge itself is not going to allow him to make Warforges. They need all the alchemical and magical access to do the same. But with this
twist, he could improve upon existing Warforged with such a.
Yeah, but you remember he's in the Mournlands, and the Mournlands is broken. And every rumor I've heard is that almost everything there is twisted and tainted. So I would really fear any Warforged that attempted to be created or repaired in the Mournlands. I mean, chances are that it's going to be twisted and defiled by the damage done until we can somehow find a way to break the Mournland spell over that land.
Well, till that time, if the issue is, does there seem to be is there a lack of facilities for repairing Warforge? That you mentioned having these parts are going to help. It seems like, is there a need for some type of repair, healing facility geared towards the Warforge and those who've suffered unfortunate injuries as you had?
There is a lack of that. Otherwise,
it's outlawed, is it? Is it not?
Creating new Warforged is, but repairing us is only civilized, and yet nobody's doing it.
Well, why is that?
Good question. If you went back down into the cog area, it'd be hatred. We did kill a lot during the war.
Well,
Yes,
but
those who are... Yes.
so did many soldiers, on all sides, and no one creature, whether it's, autonomous or flesh with a soul, doesn't,
But like any new species in the land, prejudices will be created when people do not understand.
Well, of course,
and
because
I think too that the creation of the Warforge was to replace the losses in the other races, and I think at the time the degree of their sentience and will and development was not quite understood, perhaps. And
We were
now,
only seen as tools, as a means to an end.
yes, I could certainly see where there would be some.
Well,
bad
don't feel yourself
feelings.
special. I mean, sentient creatures manipulate other sentient creatures to do horrible things all the time. So you don't have a cornerstone on that. It's a shame that people do blame you for that, but they really shouldn't, We all do terrible
Right.
things for what we believe is right.
What would we need then, if it's just a matter of having a forge and materials? You would need to be able to set up a forge and have sufficient raw materials. It seems like the question is more raw materials than access to the hardware.
Well, and the knowledge.
And
This-
the knowledge.
And
This is
skills.
just this is and she's flexing and manipulating her fingers of her breast.
Man, she's flexing on us. Look out.
Does she look uncomfortable while she's doing that?
No, and she's marveling at it, but it's still a prosthetic. Where you might think of the rest of us as hard and unfeeling, I can feel my other arm. It's a part of me, whereas this is an extension. And she patting the prosthetic. It doesn't have the right feel. I could do so much more. And there's a giddiness to her as she picks up a cup and she grasps it without breaking it, or she doesn't have to use her other arm to manipulate her right arm. So it's amazing. And if I can do at least this for our brothers and sisters, we're leaps and bounds ahead of where we were at. If we could set up something.
To this point, it's been a solo effort on your part, it seems. If you were to establish a place dedicated towards this knowledge, I would think that you could build, bring in other opinions and improve up. I think it would quickly ramp up and you could make a great impact in your community.
I hope so. And she does sound as if there's hope in her voice. I'm getting a little bit hoarse. She's not, though.
Well, I mean, we have established a contact with House Kenneth, and I could think of no other house that might be able to offer some type of help and insight.
Well, but maybe Shar is not the place. We have your tavern and, other quarters close to the moorlands. If we were going to set something up, we'd definitely probably set it from there, which would be better suited for our, base of operations going forward.
If that is where, we could do the most good, I'm certain that we could make something happen there.
Well, you got land there. I mean, don't you want to be close to it?
we do have a toehold.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we all do. I mean, Troll Skull is more of an our thing than just a me thing.
And Lady Eladrin says, a troll skull?
Yes, the Troll Skull Tavern.
Oh,
and I'm
what a quaint
trying
name.
to
As I say, we're sitting in the Broken Anvil.
remember the can't even remember the name of the town. Starlasker. Yes, in Starlasker we have I found I had inherited an establishment which had fallen upon some disrepair, but we were able to get back up and running, and is now when we left was positioned to be in business once again, but that might be something worth exploring. If we move back there, we could, Starlasker not being quite as built up as Sharn, we might be able to acquire other properties or find some other facilities that could offer a better seed to start this Warforged hospital, as it were.
Always something to possibly do.
Have you looked into what would it take to establish this type of establishment, Cole?
No, I've been trying to get the skills and rapidly learning from
Well,
sources.
I think one of the first steps we should maybe start thinking about, Cole, is finding a way to secure the location. I bet we could find plenty of Warforged who would be in favor of establishing a safe zone there. So then at least your knowledge and others who may have knowledge can convene and start this noble endeavor.
I like this. This we could aim ourselves towards something like that. Keep an eye out for places that would work.
I mean, if Troll Skull was allowed to devolve to the point it was when we found it, I think that Starlasker might offer many other facilities of similar disrepair that we could have some type of cleansing and start this facility.
Okay.
Well, and with the gold that we have, Cole, we could always hire someone to start looking for a trustworthy Warforged or others who wish to help us with this endeavor so we can focus on our larger task at hand.
Well, you better be very careful if the Iron Lord or whatever he calls has
Lord of Blades.
Lord of Blades has infiltrators and zealots everywhere. We would be easily infiltrated if we're not careful or kept a close eye on our things. If anything, we should discuss this a later time when we're, probably not in a tavern somewhere where anybody could be possibly eavesdropping as I look out the window.
Seeing as easily as we dealt with the Warforged that intercepted us, I think we could find the means of others who can hold their ground just as well as us against them.
That's what my parents thought until the morning happened. And
Well, I
even
think at a minimum,
Well, it
Great
is always
as they
darkest before
were.
the dawn.
they still perished. So never think
Well,
that you
there's-
can hold back the
That
tide.
does not mean we should not try, though.
That's right. I'm just saying it's probably not best to talk about it here. Something like this will get a lot of, ire by many, and these type of closed things. If you're looking for the Phoenix's help, we should hold a council of our own. And no offense, lady, as I bow to the outsider who is not part of our party and her henchman who's been sitting at the door for the last 15 minutes.
Not
I'm
take
just
it.
saying that we should take this somewhere else if we want to discuss this.
Oh, I agree. It's something that is worth exploring, but certainly nothing that needs to impinge upon our celebrations tonight. I think at a minimum, if we might impose upon Lady Eladra for a letter of introduction to the representatives of House Kenneth in Starlasker, it would be most appreciated. and we would be most happy to continue serving the house in a mutually agreeable situation.
Listen, the 2,000 gold, I gave you enough.
I'll see what I can come up
There's
with.
the
for you.
shiny we know and love.
And with that, I will leave you to your celebrations. I will message you at the Barterman Tower if more work becomes available. And with that,
Excellent.
enjoy yourselves. The food and drink is on me.
We remain at your service, lady. Thank you again for your kindness and generosity.
She gets up and slides out of the booth, does a little curtsy.
I'll get up and bow.
She departs with her beefy bodyguard.
What a nice person.
Yeah, you just always need to be wary of anybody, a member of one of the major houses. They didn't get to be major houses without exploiting lots of other people. And though she paid us well for a service, it doesn't necessarily mean that what we did will serve, the general public's best intent, right?
Well, yes. But if through what we were given out of our part of the bargain, we're able to do good for the world, I think that's beneficial. But
I agree. I just think we should do it on our own terms and not with somebody, major player, House Kenneth here in Sharn, over listening. Because if we were going to make a clinic for Warforged, I mean, it definitely would be referral only, unless, Cole, you say nobody's doing it. Is there a reason why nobody's doing it?
Either a lack of knowledge, skills, resources. Most of us Warforged are soldiers. I'm desperately trying to learn these skills to fill in that gap. There are a few others that are not soldiers, medics and stuff, who may be of what's the right word for it? Immense assistance. So depends on if we put the word out, if we get a spot where they can come to, or we even become a mobile.
Well, just remember this Lord of Blades or whoever, if he's looking to build, incorporate, upgrade, heal his own Warforges, and you wonder why there aren't any that's easily known, and if they are, they're very well protected. The moment somebody like that gets on his radar, you can guarantee that they will be asked to be hired under his, under his cronies. And if you don't come willingly, they've already proven they're willing to kill for it, or kidnap for it, or do anything for it. So if we reveal this too loudly, especially if you're making advancements, you're definitely putting yourself in jeopardy. So,
Yeah, we're fighting an uphill battle.
I agree. But that's why if we're going to start something like this, we need to keep it very quiet and secret until we can establish our own protections and make sure that we have everything in place before we go around to some young lord, as beautiful as she may be, that starts, trying to impress other peoples at courts with a new possible find. And once that gets out, it's hard to stop it. And then you could become his next target.
It's wise.
Well,
I think part of the problem is not knowing the ultimate goals of this Lord of Blades. Is he just trying to create some type of separatist Warforged kingdom? Does he aim to make himself some type of god or king of the Warforged?
We don't even know. But we do
that's-
know he's willing to kill everybody in his way for it. As I look out the door,
How much... Can I roll a history check on the depth of knowledge I have about the Lord of Blades?
Yes.
does anybody sitting there look like they're checking us out?
Oh, only a 10.
-1 history, dude?
I do have a -1 history.
Damn.
He's a dumb barbarian. What do you expect?
There's no
Dan, go ahead, make
barbarian
a
libraries?
check. And there's their what, Shiny?
I was just wondering if there's barbarian libraries there and like big print and lots of pictures and, you know.
Like what I'm just basically trying to know if Ironsides would know that he's trying to embrace the more weaponization of Warforged, or in the fact that he's
what you
or-
gather.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the wee bits of knowledge, because you've brushed it off as something you were not interested in before. That the Lord of Blades is very much trying to gather Warforged to him. What
Well, because
his
like
end goal
he's
is.
all about like embracing the construct heritage over like the living heritage.
Yes, you've
Like
gathered
and-
that
and,
from the.
and that's where I'm like fundamentally disagreeing with on the Lord of Blades.
Yeah, the few agents you guys have run into have very much put down the weak flesh and called both yourself and Cole traitors for aligning yourself with the organics.
Well, I think that makes the creation of a Warforged treatment facility all that more important to counter his aims, as not treating the infirm and the injured creates the alienation that only strengthens and emboldens his separatist ideals.
Both Ironsides and Cole are nodding in approval to that statement.
Yeah, okay. And that's also how you get wiped out. You know, especially you're coming in, or we are coming in as an insurgency. We have no knowledge of this guy, how many decades he may be building this, you know, or this could have been even going on before the morning, and how deep and how powerful his network is. So
Well,
I
we
would
will find
definitely.
out.
What?
We will find out.
Okay, well, it's very risky, so I think that we should stay very low key until we have a
But
lot
all
more
good
information.
all good causes start with the first step. And for us to not to be inactive due to what we could fear.
It's not
think
about
is-
fear, you know? It's about being smart. It's about doing it wisely. It's about knowing your enemy, because he already knows us. And he knows a lot more than we know of him. So if you want to do this, you know, and you want to finance us to go and find this out and get deeper knowledge on him and his cult, and see what we can do to slow it down, or at least see what we're up against, then maybe we can expand and do your dream. Or if the Phoenixes are going to take up too much of your time and you would like to move along on another path, that's always an option as well, you know. But the one thing I don't do is make the same mistakes over a second time. And until we know more about this guy, we're already on his hit list. Basically, two groups of his did not come back, and no matter what, he's going to be gunning for us. And if he knows that we have a prize of somebody who could repair and fix Warforged, which is very uncommon, it'll make us even bigger target. So I'm not saying that I don't want to help the Warforged. I do.
Okay.
But if we're going to do this, we have to do this right, and we can't do it pie in the sky, because then we won't do any good if we all die.
I don't think anyone's saying we need to do something right this very second.
Well, you were guys sounded like it when you were talking in front of, like, look, you know, the lady
But
of
there's
Kenneth,
logistics
how
we can
Guinness.
set in place at least.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying there's a time and place for everywhere. And here in a public forum, in the middle of a bar that we're not able to secure, is not the places. This is still a matter of life and death. This, we just did a job. We could easily pass off and move on and do more concerts and do other jobs for other people. And it doesn't look like we're taking up the banner for this cause and making it our own. And then at least we could have some subterfuge, and we can hide the direction that we're going in, and it's not publicly known, and we may not be a big enough target for him to come after. But if you start broadcasting and pronouncing and getting spaces in the city, and and then poor Cole is sitting there in the shop because Cole's minding the shop while we're off doing a mission, and then we come back and Cole's gone. That's probably not a situation that I want to let happen to Cole. I'm just saying caution.
Well, it sounds like that there's still a lot of learning, and I don't think there's... I mean, Cole has people that she knows and seems to trust, so I think it's something, a worthwhile endeavor to keep in mind.
I'm not saying not keep it in mind, but I'm just saying talk about it, and if we're going to talk about doing things, and especially if Cole's going to be pursuing this type of knowledge, we need to keep it more secret until we know more.
Okay.
I have spoken.
Sounds like a...
Sorry. I have spoken. You can see,
it sounds like a way.
When Evo's saying this, you can see that there's other emotion that is backing this line that he's going in this hard line. I mean, because he's like, he has kind of like this like hard look on his face that he doesn't normally have, and it's like he's trying to it looks like he's taking this situation, and that he's some other massive amount of pain is being applied to it, and he may not even be. If somebody rolled a intuition, I guess, or whatever, but you're kind of getting the, there's something behind why he's being so forceful on this, and you're not sure what. It's hard to express that when we're not face to face, so you guys can't see my facial expressions. Yeah, Ironside doesn't know jack or shit at this point with that roll. I'm kidding.
No.
Yeah, Morgan definitely knows there's something up.
Oh, me and Cole rolled exactly the same.
That's because you're zealots. You're so excited, Yeah, let's start a clinic. That'd be great. We'll tell everybody about it. We'll make enhancements, do all kinds of stuff, and then you guys both go missing. It's literally like every, what's that action dude guy from England? I can't remember his name. He was in Krull. Somebody help me. He was Qui-Gon Jinn.
Liam Neeson?
Thank you. Liam
Neeson.
Every extraction, whatever movie on the planet is like
a
whatever
particular set of skills.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that's what happened. Whoever, no matter what, his goofy loved one gets stolen, and then we all have to go kick somebody's ass.
Fridged.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay then.
So we're gonna party here, and then we will look into whither we head next. I think there was some discussions about a lost skyship.
I start laughing, and I just walk out to the band.
Oh.
How's that band playing now?
And Cole's like, did I miss something? To the rest of the group.
I shrug.
It's
the clueless Warforged are like, I think I missed something.
I say something like these organics are sometimes very complicated to understand.
The term is baggage.
They're so much bigger on the inside.
Dude, that guy is playing the piano with his swords. That's pretty amazing.
Yes. He's a veteran at it.
I bet.
Oh, I can't even see the...
Is he any good?
He's the one with his two other people that rolled that 24 as a band. They're doing the light, entertaining but not overpowering dinner and drinking music.
I'll just push my way up. Hey, you guys mind if I sit in?
Oh, as usual. Oh, well, what do you do? And there's nobody singing, so it says the keyboardist there.
No, I'm just gonna get in and just play.
What do you got? I forget your instrument.
Was that?
I forget what instrument you.
Power lute, baby.
Ah, lute, right? Okay. And are you gonna try to get into the same kind of dinner-esque music?
I'm just gonna compliment them.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll.
There it is. Yeah, not bad. You know,
Right.
just like getting in there.
Just, keeping a beat with them and throwing in some tunes.
Yeah, I'm not trying to steal their thunder. I just wanted to get their. My head always is better when I'm playing.
Okay. The rest of you out and about mingling? Zoom.
I'm enjoying the free food and drinks that were left to us by our host.
Oh wait, there's an empty table here. We're gonna take the empty table.
Our food is here.
Yeah, the table is being supplied with fresh drinks and snackage.
Excellent.
The Warforger looking at the drinks and the snackage going, what do we do with this?
Is this oil?
We're visually
Have
taking
some-
in the snacks.
Equivalent for Warforged?
They don't really eat or drink or sleep, so refreshments are.
Is there an electrical outlet nearby? or
They had
anything?
their own tavern.
They do, but it was more of a. It was what was that? It was more like a carnival. There were games of skill and chance and
Ew.
a social bar where the few food and drinks were for any of the organics that were friendly. It came in.
They have not developed to the point of needing consciousness-altering chemicals.
Not saying that those aren't available somehow for them, because
Well, maybe if
society-
To heck with treating the Warforged, we need to figure out how to get them high.
right? They could already stab a bitch. Now they need to have a drink.
Yes.
You see Cole taking down some notes.
So the night continues on, unless anybody does anything
No.
special. You guys can eat and drink your fill off of Lady Eladrin's tab, and can retire to your
Let
either.
me see if Roland
there's-
gets drunk.
Yeah, I'm pulling out my dice set on the table, by the way, because at least I can play some games of chance with the other Warforge.
Right.
Oh, he doesn't get drunk.
I can't get drunk.
Not you.
I'm immune to
Roland.
poison. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I get drunk. Oh, I got really drunk.
Okay, yeah, you're taking advantage of the free drink, and she said
Ooh.
that there were rooms if we needed them that are available.
Are we still in the same town that we had what's his face had the house in? Or is that
No.
different town?
We're back in. That was Starlasker. We're in
Oh,
Sharn.
sorry. Got it.
Yeah.
Thanks for clearing
That's,
that up.
no worries. All right. What is that? Constitution?
Yes, as a saving throw.
As a saving throw. Oh, no problem. Know when to say when.
Elves Constitution.
That is one of the tenets of the Undying Court.
And so the night continues on, and you guys can either head back or stay here, or both.
So do we still have everything with us that we brought back?
Yes, you have
Or did
not
we stop?
stopped off.
We just
at
came
Orleans.
straight here.
Yes.
So Shiny, there was a master crafted rapier that we found
Ooh.
that you might be interested in. I was just going
Lovely.
through our hall.
I'd be quite interested in that. Could I examine that blade?
Well, if you were there, you should. Yeah.
Now that we've
don't
got
know
some
what
time,
exactly
it'd be good to have a closer look at it.
I'm beginning to favor the rapier myself.
Oh, okay. Well, if you would like it, then
No. I fortunately Osric is most accommodating in this matter.
Osric did not want to consume the rapier.
Oh, Osric does not consume rapiers. Osric feeds on the blood of our defeated, vanquished foes.
But I figured that rapier might have vanquished a few foes and he could get some blood off it or something. Seems
There
eager
we
for
go.
blood.
He was hilt deep in a few creatures. So yes,
I would
seeing
be most appreciative if you would like to share that with me.
it is ours. So by all means, I don't know what the master crafting does for it, but
It gives it an unmagical +1 to 2 hidden damage.
Oh,
there you go.
It's
nice.
basically like a primed in Solasta that it is ready for an enchantment to make it magical, but it's just really well crafted. So
There was also, I think Roland took the master crafted studded leather.
correct.
What about that
And-
moon sword that guy had?
That has not been claimed by anybody, but you guys are in the midst of divvying right now, anyways, or at least
I
looking.
picked it up, and I'm gonna do identify on it.
Okay, you head back to the table. You do this in your room.
Well, we're doing this when we get back the next day, not.
Are we staying? So we're spending the night here and then going back to the.
We're spending the
Adventurers
night
Guild?
at our villa.
We have. Okay.
You don't have a villa here. You have the cliff top
Yeah.
Yeah,
Adventurers Guild.
Adventurers
suite.
Guild suite.
Yeah.
That's right. This is our suite, the suite that we normally have.
Yes.
We could actually pay
Okay.
them now.
So there were 4 potions. I don't know that we identified those. And there was an old map of the Northland of Dargoon. The star-shaped plate that we gave away. There were 2 sacks of coins, 100 silver pieces, 100 gold pieces, 4 gold ingots. Master-crafted suit of scale armor.
Yeah.
The leather armor's gone.
There's 3 Mastercraft steel shields.
Yes.
Oh, I took that mastercrafted scale, Mel.
Oh, you did? Okay.
All right. All right. So crap.
There was
So-
also a master-crafted heavy mace, long
Flail.
sword, the rapier, the flail, and 2 sun rods. And then whatever the moon sword was.
So again, the forge was you could make Mastercraft items there. That was the big thing.
You could if you had the right materials and
Right.
skill.
It's a good enough forge, and not all forges you can make Mastercraft items in. But it's not magical. We're not worried about somebody going in there and stealing it.
Pumping it out all sorts of nasty things.
Well,
at
that
this
could
point,
happen,
no.
but they'd all be Mastercraft. I mean,
You cast Identify on the sword. It is a +1 moon-touched longsword, which means it gives off moonlight for its light.
is that a
Plus
thing
1.
in the book or what?
Yeah, it's in the book. There's moon-touched all sorts of weapons. This one is engraved in Elvish, as you read, with the name Rend.
I have that in my notes somewhere.
Rend. That's interesting.
You're not sure. Well, actually, no. You have identified the blade is got. It's it's got those sharp hooky bits on the back edge of it. It's like
Mm.
almost like a saber. It's considered a longsword, but it will tear things up.
Mm.
So it does a little extra damage, maybe.
That's the +1 is all about that the wicked edge to it.
I want to know if I know any of the history of this weapon.
Oh,
Evidently, I do not.
Nope. Never
It
heard
sounds
of it.
like it's a Salune, but Ren sounds like it's from the other.
Yeah, you don't know of any history about it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Blah blah blah.
Am I able to examine the rapier and maybe determine its origin or who the craftsman was?
Sure, go ahead. You could roll a history check again.
Oh, I obviously was not studying at all during this this period.
I'll rip it out of his hands. Let me take a look at that.
According to
Yeah.
the
Be
notes,
my guest.
There you go.
the foundry that you found it in has been forgotten and lost for, like, since before the Great War. And in fact, from back when the town was actually called Dorasharn. So it's old. And apparently, obviously, the crafter has been lost in time. But it is master craft work. That little voice in your mind says that's a worthy blade.
Was that in Shiny's mind?
Shiny's mind, yeah.
And
So we do get in a
I
long
feel like I
rest,
should-
correct?
You do get a long rest in. Yep. You
Okay,
went
I'm
home,
gonna
and
go
this
ahead.
is the next day as you guys are sifting through your booty.
Oh, good.
So it's just basically a +1 sword with a light spell on it.
Correct.
It's not like the Moonblade, which is,
Or so.
no, it's You sure it's not the Moonblade?
It's not the Moonblade. It's a moon
It's
touched.
legendary
long
Moonblade.
And it is not that.
Oh, bummer, man.
Perhaps
The ra-
maybe skill at that went into making this. Who knows? But it is definitely not the legendary Moonblade.
So the rapier is just a +1 rapier, right?
Correct.
Could be
Non-magical.
It is non-magical, right?
But do I feel like this could be enchanted later?
Yes, it is of fine quality. And you could definitely imbue it currently.
When I have sufficient funds.
Well, that's for the enchanting. You can imbue any weapon and call it your
Hacked weapon?
tact weapon. Yes.
Okay.
Sort of.
All right. I will definitely do that.
Okay.
I'm also, since we're getting a long rest, going to try to recharge my wand of fireballs.
Okay.
It's a D4.
Do it actually on the wand. See that I will just roll a D4 then.
Womp womp.
Hooray!
It slowly. It's a simmering kind of
Oh,
recharge.
actually it says no. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. So
1d6?
it's a D6.
Oh,
yes.
there you go. Well,
Jeez, how many charges does it hold?
7.
1d6, wow. Normally it's 1d4.
Oh, boom. It's full up.
there you go.
I did blow off probably 2 or 3 more charges on that. By the way, when you were gone.
All right, you have
Thought
a
it was,
I did.
thought it was
at
only the
least
one.
2. At least 2.
Man, you almost ran it into the ground. Damn it, it could have
well,
broke.
yeah, almost, but we were all dying horribly. You did it on 2 different
All right,
swarms of.
Give me, I'll
of
take
those
two.
things.
I'll take 2 off it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Sure.
I'm just jealous because he won't give me a Moonblade, but you get,
I'd give anybody a legendary item. You had the option of picking a
I haven't picked mine yet. I'm keeping it open.
cute little blue item, but not a orange.
It's really not that powerful, honestly.
The Moonblade?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't read it in a long time.
So, All suits of armor are gone. The rapier's gone.
You've got 2 shields because I think Den took one.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's got one of the little mastercrafted shields.
Nobody's taken the heavy mace, the long sword, or the flail.
Cole doesn't want any of those. Right?
I'll take the mace.
She
The
does
flail? Or
Yeah.
the heavy mace? Okay.
Hey kid, as I hand my old mace to somebody, here's a mace for you. Enjoy.
Oh, gee, thanks, sir. Thud.
Here, I'll even sign it for you.
Oh.
Wow.
Holy crap! No, I read the Moonblade. It's insanity. Never mind. there were like 50 special properties it could have on it.
I was gonna
Never
say.
mind. Take that back.
Maybe we're reading the wrong.
I just didn't get far enough down. It's ridiculous. So
Okay. How much are the gold ingots worth a piece?
Let's see. The
Do
gold.
we want to just stash those in the community property chest for a rainy day?
it all depends on you guys. I mean, you know.
I was just... Do we want to keep the rest of these weapons in the event that we need them eventually, or are we going to sell them?
We can.
I need to go do some shopping.
Obviously, this is a fine time to do any shopping. Thoughts at if you want to take a whole lot of time of learning new skills or anything to that effect, because you did get an influx of cash, so some of you might be able to do things, but
I don't think we want to... I mean... The family skyship sounded like... Unless we have another job lined up, Evo.
Well,
Financially, we're at the point that we want to consider an expedition to look for the skyship.
I think we'd probably need a little bit more money, and we'd have to buy materials to try to rekindle its eldritch crystal to get it up in the air again. What would be the mechanic skill for an airship? Is that like Arcana?
Yeah, from which house is it? It's Orion or Larandar? I think it's Larandar. Crafts and pilots the ship. You cannot, in fact, pilot a skyship unless you have the mark of House Larandar.
Yeah, but that's legally. I mean,
No, it's not a legal thing.
All kids can drive underage. Come on, man.
It's the magical mark, not I have the license. It's I have the power to do it. Which is the most like with the lightning rail. Not anybody can drive it. It's got to be a house marked member that could power and control, not power it, but really control the power, because it's an elemental that's powering both vehicles. Lightning elemental for the rail, either a fire or an air elemental for a skyship, and an earth elemental for one of the ground carts.
Well, now aren't you making it complicated?
The mark of passage.
And of course, your family had a pilot for the ship.
Yeah, didn't we just have some ghoul that had the tattoo on him and we just kept him alive? Probably still there, wondering what the hell's going on.
Just waiting for someone to give him directions.
You would pester the pilot as a kid. Oh, let me fly it, and he'd let you steer, and so thus you know, if you ever do take on like the skill for flying a ship, you could, as long as somebody was controlling the elemental.
Right.
I'm sorry, somebody asked a question while I was saying stuff.
Oh no, I was just looking at. Is it the House of the Mark of Passage?
Might be it. Let me bring up
House Orion.
House Orion is.
They do the lightning rail.
Lightning rail. It's Lorandar, I believe, that does.
Trying to find
Into documents, houses. Air and sea, yeah, Lorandar.
Oh, the Mark of Storm.
Mark of
That's them.
Storm, yes.
That's them. Okay.
It's a half-elf
Half-elf.
mark. Air and sea transportation, so they do the boats and the sky ships. They do ships.
Okay, well, something else that's good to know. So we need to find another job or another gig.
Ingots were worth 200 gold each.
200 gold each. Okay.
Almost full trade bars, but not quite.
I probably had that in my
change our-
notes. I was just doing something else.
Are we?
Killian, how
So
you
we're
doing? Killian, you've been quiet the whole damn time, man.
Yep.
Damn.
Counting his gold, man.
He is putting in the slots.
Hey, so does that add to our 250 haul per person, or does that,
Well,
is that in the Phoenix treasury?
So
No, we
so what are
never. We had to get all that stuff sold and evaluated. So that was
Right,
kind of
well-
like the issue.
Are
Here's
we
my old
selling-
rapier to throw to the pot into the sell pile.
Ooh, there's another quick 5 silver pieces. So are
Worth at
we?
least 6.
Are we keeping the weapons?
I'm looking. Hold on. Let me. I'm trying to get back into my notes. 100 silver pieces, 100 gold pieces, 4 gold ingots. They were 200 gold pieces each. You said.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
There's a map.
Map of what?
That
Was
was
the Northland of Dargoon is what I had written down.
It's an old map with a number of cryptic symbols spread throughout what appears to be ancient depictions of the territory now divided between the Mournland and Dargoon.
Oh. So there you
So-
go.
Old Kyre and Dark.
And then the potions.
Is anybody an alchemist?
No, but I
Not.
could identify him with enough time.
Okay. You take the time to identify, and they are three potions of cure moderate wounds and 1 of mage armor.
Hmm.
I wonder how that works. Is it like drink the mage armor? Does it like make your body scaly or something? Weird.
Roll an Arcana.
No, I don't need to know. I'm just joking. I'll roll anyways. Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, it basically envelops you in a shield. Not like the shield, but a 3-point
Magical.
shield as long as you're not wearing armor.
Magical shield.
Yeah,
But only if you're unarmored.
yeah, it
All right, so
basically supersedes
the
armor.
Mastercraft scale mail went to
Ironsides.
Ironsides because that's got to be worth something. Andy took the Mastercraft studded leather
That was
or
Roland.
Roland.
Roland took the Mastercraft. It's the
And then the 3 shields, Evo, and who else?
anyone else did.
Mastercraft.
Mastercraft, so it gives an additional
Shields.
+1 non-magical.
Anybody? There's 2.
Shiny, you're a shield user.
Sure.
Do you have a magical shield?
I do not. Actually, I enchanted my shield. Let me look at it.
I think you enchanted your arm.
Oh, the breastplate. I did. Yeah. No, I would. I could do
Yeah, it's
that.
+3 to your armor class. Hell yeah,
That
you want it.
that would be amazing.
Anybody else?
Because I have a light weapon, so I can.
No.
Is there any other shield users?
I cannot use them.
Yeah, that would be epic. Thank you, kind sir.
And there's a Mastercraft longsword?
Yep.
Or no? The Shiny
Yeah.
took the rapier.
He took the rapier. He took the heavy mace.
Yep.
And there's a flail.
Yep.
If I'm using the shield, man, I'm gonna have to go front line right there. Phoenixes are gonna kick me out if I don't.
Well, what
No,
kind of
no.
armor are you wearing?
Heavy.
You wearing chain?
I am. No, I have actually enchanted. I have a breastplate, medium,
See? There you
+1, so I'm gonna have a fat AC by the time I get done.
He has a non-magical breastplate of gynecomastia.
It protects me from Osric's probing attacks.
Well, while you did have the Mastercraft rapier in your possession, Mordrin, and you've been contemplating moving to that fighting style, Osric was eyeing the rapier up and down, checking it out, and so he emulates his own version thereof. It's not bad.
Oh,
Except for
Wow.
it's green and knobby and has eyes all over it. There's a kind of a
And
big
horns
difference with
and
that.
And a mouth.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. But he does not emulate the mastercraftedness to increase his two-hit potential.
Hasn't yet. You never
I'm
know.
working on it. Who's
You have
my
to give him
special
another-
little guy?
You have to give him another piece of your soul for him to do that.
He just takes a little bit of blood every now and then. It's not that much, not that onerous. Having a special little guy like this.
Well, we could see if we could sell the Mastercraft longsword and the flail and one of the shields.
One of the shields. What about the Moonblade? Are you keeping the Moonblade as well?
Yeah, I mean, somebody may want it. I mean, it's just basically +1, and it has a very weak light spell on it. I mean, I'm brighter than the light spell normally.
What about the Sun Rods? Are those worth anything?
They're just basically light spells on a stick,
Just
but
like permanent light spells on a
Yeah,
stick.
pretty
That
much.
might come in handy. I mean,
For somebody that doesn't have light spell, that
I was gonna
gets
say, for-
separated.
yeah, all
may
right,
wanna-
okay. Who wants the sun rods?
I think Roland might be interested since he's perpetually lamenting his inability to
Alright.
see.
Rolling.
I need no assist seeing. I don't need a sun rod.
And then who else wants one?
I could use a chance to look in the dark. Would be nice. I don't have dark vision.
I thought Warforges had dark vision.
Nope.
They do not.
Okay.
So this
So there
shield,
go the Sun Rods.
It's a +1 shield, right? So total
Well,
AC
yeah.
bonus
You
+3.
could go in and just take your shield. You can edit it and change the name to Mastercraft, and then you get +1 to AC. The thing
I
is
can
that
just pick a +1 shield, right, for the inventory.
well, but you don't want it to be that's magical. See, that's the problem.
Oh, got you.
See, he's
Okay.
using 4th edition equipment, which doesn't necessarily translate. There is no Mastercraft stuff, unfortunately, really in 5th edition. So,
Yeah, they took away that.
yeah.
And I
So
like
what's
it.
what's the best way to do it then?
You just, go to your current shield. You have a shield
Yeah.
already, right? Just click on it
Yeah.
and go to edit,
Customize.
customize,
Yeah.
yeah. And then,
Find Sunrod either.
and then you can, when you go to customize, you could change, Oh, I guess you can for that. Interesting.
Just give it a, just say it's master crafted, and then
Yeah,
you
I
can
guess.
throw down the +1, and I'll edit in the fact into the notes that says it's non-magical. I did it for a few of the other ones, so.
okay.
Or just take a +1 shield and just put Mastercraft Steel Shield or something. That's what I put.
Okay. do
Okay,
that.
sorry. The weapon actually has it, but I guess you can't add a +1 to a non-magical thing. Strange.
Things are afoot at the Circle K.
Pretty much.
Where do I add the sun rod?
It's not in the equipment list. You'd have to create something.
I'll make one, and then we could add it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Actually,
it is literally.
So does a sun rod it's basically I'm carrying around a light source all the time.
It's a light spell, yeah. It's
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, it's a light spell that you can carry around. Supposedly, I think the original ones ran out, but I'm just gonna have it be, a continual light. It's neat magical treasure that just is utility.
Well, since let's see, neither I nor Killian took anything. Maybe we'll just take a couple of the master-crafted weapons and sell them ourselves to.
Well,
give a
no,
more
we'll go
distribution.
get them all appraised and then everything, and then we'll just make an even cut of it. So we'll spend the next day. Oh, we're looking for a gig. We will also look and get everything that we found appraised, and we'll get a total value. We'll break it up evenly.
All right, then. What's the first thing you want to sell or appraised?
Osric. It's creeping me out.
Osric whimpers a little.
I'm gonna kill you when you're sleeping.
Not appraising Osric. You put
He's
no
priceless.
value on.
He's priceless.
Can't put a gold piece amount on love like that.
How can you price out the thousands of souls he's consumed over the years?
All right, so if you actually go in there now and do a search, you can find Sunrod and add it, and it has a pretty good description. It's basically a light spell. It gives you 20-foot radius and then 24 out and dim. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, whoa, okay. Something else that's nice about these sunrods, though, it also is considered to be sunlight.
Oh.
Yes, so it would work.
Affect
versus-
vampires.
I'm only seeing Sunblade.
Rod of Sun,
Oh,
sorry. It's the Rod of Sun, my bad.
Rod of Sun. Okay.
It's a Rod of Sun. It was the one that had the best accurate description. It's a Rod of Sun.
It's not coming up when I search to add the inventory. That's
Well, you
all right.
gotta go and manage inventory, and then
Yeah,
under
that's I'm clicking. Yeah.
manage inventory, not at you. As long as you can't do search in your current inventory, go to the red manage inventory right next to it, and then go in there. I don't know. It just came
Rod
up on
of
mine.
Suns. I
Rod
see
of
Rod
Suns.
of Suns.
That's it.
That's
That's-
it.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see it.
Maybe I could just. And I can't. Somebody else's. I stole it off them. So
Oh.
didn't steal it. For the cool thing about D&D Beyond, you have access to anybody who posts a magic item. You can actually add it to your,
Yeah. that was-
repertoire, and then you can rate it, good, bad, or indifferent.
That's what I forget how many thousands of. Yeah, I actually
Yeah,
went through
it's
and
not
created.
coming up on mine, but I can figure it later.
That's because your internet sucks. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to get a longbow, and if there's
What? I have a
That's a-
longbow. You want my old one? I don't use it anymore. Here, take
Well, I
it.
was gonna see if there was like a master crafted version that I could barter for with one of the shields or the longsword or something.
Well, like I
If it
said,
was, like,
okay, let's get this
instead of just
appraising done. I guess, right?
divvying it up, but
Well, we don't have to. We're just getting them appraised, and then, you know,
okay. Yeah.
if nobody wants to keep it, then we add it, and we know how much other people are getting. So,
I'm all for Mordrin getting something though, since we all got something there. So
well,
please help him out.
He got to
the
look
less he uses
very-
Osric, the better. So
Yeah.
I'm all in favor of him getting a nice bow.
I'm
Anyways,
probably not even going to use it that much since I tend to favor the dong.
well, I
ranged
used to. I
attacks.
had one until, you know, and then I just kept using Eldritch Blast all the time instead. So, you know, so
More
it's,
accurate out to a longer range.
the longbow's out to 600.
Oh,
Yes,
My
that's a long range. Yeah, that's gonna be a longbow, but we've never been anywhere that's more than 50 feet. We seem to like go underground a lot. So
I can't believe how much crap I got for Eldritch blasting, and here you are using it.
I had it even before you did. Remember? You're younger than I am in your mind.
I'm pretty old, man.
In your mind.
Are you sure?
Yeah, in
You're
your
just,
mind.
you're just a young child.
In your mind. I still beat your ass any day of the week. All right. Anyways, how much is a Mastercraft scale armor?
how much is it worth?
Yeah.
I'm wearing it.
Mastercraft.
Just appraising it
Yeah.
for the gold piece count.
Scale mail is normally 50 gold. Mastercraft is 100 gold.
Well, I mean, it gives it basically a +1, though non-magical. I mean, that's
Yep.
all right. So 100 gold.
Correct.
Okay. How much is Mastercraft studded leather? So it's basically just double the cost.
Correct.
So
That'll be the
studded
case.
leather is what, 60 then?
Stud.
Oh no, it's not that expensive, is it?
I'm scrolling. Hang tight. Staff, stink bomb, studded leather. Normally 45 is 90 gold.
Okay. Steel shield.
A shield is normally 10 gold, so Mastercrafted is 20.
Okay. Heavy mace.
It might have a different name in this instance,
It's probably just a
like
mace.
war mace or something. No, it's bigger than a mace. It's
So
basically
Warhammer?
a two-handed. Probably.
So it's a two-hander?
It's a two-hander.
So it'd probably be a maul.
Uh,
Or if it's versatile, it'd just be a warhammer. If you use one-handed and two-handed, it's a warhammer because that can be used to 1d8 for one hand or 1d10 to use two-handed.
Go with that. So
Alright.
15, but Mastercrafted is 30.
All right. This is the shopping episode, by the way, guys. So, Mastercraft longsword.
That's 15, so that'd be 30.
There you go.
All right, Mastercraft rapier. So Shiny's a master rapier.
50. So
50?
25 normal, 50 feet.
Wow,
Mastercraft.
Jesus. Flail.
20.
40.
10. No, it's a 10, so Mastercraft would be 20.
Sun rods. What, 100 gold pieces each? That's basically the cost of a first level spell.
First level spells are 50,
Yeah, but this is a permanent one.
but it's a permanent one. So yeah, 100's good.
Okay, what about Rend? How much is the Moon Touch Blade worth?
You scroll into the magic area.
150 weapon plus 150 gold is what they say here.
Oh, I actually have.
Oh no, 500 gold for a +1 sword.
Right, hang tight.
So
I have an item pricing list. Let's see if it's on.
650.
I'm checking Amazon.
What did I charge you guys for enchanting your own weapons? Wasn't it upwards
Like
of
500.
500 gold?
Yeah, it's like 500, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be at least
Pricey.
1,000 for.
Well, it's only
Probably.
+1, and then all it does is give not even a light spell. So they say Moon Touch is the weapon plus 150 gold.
So 1150.
No, so the moon. I thought they said the Moon Touch sword was only +1.
A +1 sword is worth 1,000 gold. Same with a +1 armor.
Okay, the one I'm reading says that the DM guide recommends 500 for +1 or uncommon item, and up to 5,000 for a rare item +2. All right. Well,
If
okay,
you don't
so
want it to be worth as much, then
no, just
So
trying
what?
to keep it honest. Okay,
I
whatever.
say you're
I have a price sheet that I like that I've got
1,500.
kept up over here.
You said right?
1150, because you're saying with the
All right,
weapon, which is +1
1150.
weapon, is 1,000.
Got it. All right. All right. But before we sell that, we need to do some research on Rend and some serious research to see if it's. We just don't want to chuck that away if it's like the sword that will, dispel the mourning, right, or something like that. That would be kind of
Ooh, we
ridiculous.
sold that 5 episodes ago.
I know
Oh,
we sold
man.
that for 1,500, or 1,100. So we won't put that in for the sale just yet. But it's definitely something we would do. All right, I'm gonna add all this crap up, and then I will run total. So
All right, I'm gonna go pee while you do that.
it's
and I'll
gonna
pick.
take me more than a couple minutes to do that.
and we're keeping the potions, correct?
Yeah, I
I'd
think we
assume so.
definitely
I
should.
mean,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
we haven't needed
Mage
any.
armor's kind of.
That's Anne.
I don't know. Do Warforges count as unarmored?
What do you mean?
I guess. Well, you're wearing armor, so yeah, never mind.
Well, it's integrated.
Yeah, but I mean, do you guys count as armored when you've integrated the armor?
Yes.
So you would not be able to use the mage armor spell to do anything.
Uh, 900.
Wow, my passive investigation sucks.
Sherlock Holmes, you're not.
I am not. But I am at.
My investigation's at -1.
Investigation. Yeah, just mine's at 0. So I'm a little more investigatory than our warforged barbarian.
I pick things up, I put them down.
I'm back.
Our forklift.
The Warforged.
Killian, do you have anything on your wish list for a shopping trip?
Not that I can think of.
Oh no.
Maybe a kitten.
All right,
Oh.
so so if we split this the 8 ways like we normally do, everybody has 175 credit, right?
Okay.
So now I'm going to go through what everybody said everybody took, and I'll see how much you get left based upon the cost of everything.
Seems fair.
So Ironside.
Did you also throw in my old shield and rapier?
No, you got to get that
You're
shit.
selling?
You know, you could just sell it and keep it in your pocket. You know,
Okay.
whatever. Because
Gonna
you're
give it to
you're-
the pot if we wanted to.
Yeah, you're gonna, you know, or just keep them in your room as a backup or something. You know, you never know. I don't want to over convolute this with like selling used goods, right? These are all nice mastercraft
Battle
goods.
hardened.
Yeah.
Hey, Shiny
They're
own
extra. They
those.
cost
They're
extra.
never used and only dropped once.
That nick on the sword is when I dropped it on the ground when I was in fear.
When you got pee-pee scared that time. You were trying to use your rapier to pry open oysters.
All right, so Ironside is used 170, so he gets 5 gold pieces. Oh wait, shoot!
Well, you want to add in the gold ingots,
I already did.
and then okay,
Yeah,
that's added in.
the
All right.
the Mastercraft stuff wasn't worth that much, and we didn't sell
Right.
the magic sword yet. So
Oh yeah, that's
you
right.
know we're trying to keep that. Actually, oops, I take that back. Sun rods were 100 gold each. Actually,
Yeah.
you owe money, Ironside.
Cole
Well,
says
and
we'll pool ours to get the scale for him.
So yeah, Cole didn't take anything, right? Or did Cole want anything?
She didn't take anything, so she's got a full credit. She'll
No, we
throw it
did
to,
get her a brand new arm, right?
It's true. There is that.
I'll tell you
She took
what,
spare
we're
part.
gonna give the light rod to Cole.
No, I don't need a light rod.
I know, but then
Yeah.
you can give it to Ironside later, right? That's up to you.
yeah,
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
That
All right,
sounds-
so basically Ironside gets 5 GP out of it. Cole would get 75 GP because that's all she took. All right, who's next? Let's see. Ironside, Roland. He got the set of leather, which was 90, and
and the sun rod, but he didn't ask for it, so
I think he would totally dig it though.
yeah.
100. So he's at 190. So he owes 20. All right. Next up, we have. This would be Evo, and he's got 20 for his shield, 30 for a warhammer. And that's it. So that's 50. So I get 125. 125. And then next would be Shiny. He got a shield. And he got
A rapier.
the rapier. And that's it, right? It looks like that's it.
Yep.
So that's 70. So you get 105.
Sweet. And closer to that enchantment.
Shiny. Alright. And then it looks like that's the only people who took. So Killian and Mordrin didn't take anything.
Took nothing.
Took nothing. Same Killian.
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope. Anything.
All right. So then each one of you guys would get 175 gold.
175.
Except for me, I get 5, right?
Ironside gets 5. Cole gets
Yeah.
75.
I'm not
O's-
upset or anything. I'd rather have the armor.
Well,
Something
yeah.
like that.
I mean, that's what you get. This is the money that's left
That's-
over.
I'm agreeing with you.
Right. Okay. Cole 75. Roland owes 20. Evo got 125. Shiny got 105. And then the other two guys and the pool got 175.
That works.
All right. Then we still have that crazy longsword that's worth a lot, but there may be some kind of historical value that's makes it more important than just the value of somebody use it for sticking fish with.
Yes.
All right, so that ends my portion of the money action.
Excellent. So now we just need to shop for any materials and look for a job.
Okay.
Find more work.
Well, you're shopping, so and getting things appraised.
Any chances of finding a master-crafted longbow? Or maybe even a magical longbow? Probably not.
Master
based
crafted
on that.
is easier to find. You're basically looking at the backroom goods of a normal weapon store, and
Right.
as a longbow is normally 50, it would run you 100 gold to get a master crafted one.
I will get a master-crafted longbow and add that to my inventory. So
Talking with the weaponsmith, a magical version of that would run you $1,000.
I think master-crafted would be outstanding for the moment.
Anything else?
That was all I needed.
Other shoppers?
I will try to sell my old shield and old rapier.
I gave mine away to a kid on the street.
You know he's a wood elf that's hurting for money.
Absolutely, man.
Are you kidding me? We pay for his food. We pay
Had
for
to
his
forage for
lodging.
mushrooms my whole childhood.
It's not like you're foraging for mushrooms now.
So you get 5 gold for the shield and the rapier. Being this is alphabetical, I went the wrong way. Would run you 12.5 gold.
Okay, 17.5. I think we do 0.5, so I can do the rest in silver.
Yeah, that 0.5 would be silver.
Cool.
10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Anybody else? Buying and selling. Wheeling and dealing. We'll
And
assume that-
master-crafted is damage and to hit, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
If it's a defensive item, it's to the AC.
Okay.
Roland will also be doing his wheeling and dealing and buying and selling as well, whatever he may look to get.
Excellent.
You guys, of course, feeling up your new skills and level up bonuses or practicing in
Yeah.
training room to hone the new insights into your abilities that you've gleaned through your last adventure. All except for Shani, who has yet to.
I will be watching the stream. Don't you worry.
Nothing really crazy happened. It was no big deal.
No, it's not. But we'll take the time to tease Rob, Shiny.
Shiny deserves it. He's okay with that.
Does anybody have any questions or have any research or behind the scenes stuff that they need to do?
I'll spend what time we have while looking for work studying the map
Okay.
of Mournland and, overlaying, seeing if I can recognize any of the languages. Are we that worried about the map? Is that something we might take? Would anyone mind if I took it to Ladder Bip?
No, we trust
That'd be a
Ladder.
great idea.
He's a guy that
Okay.
we've
Well-
definitely dealt with.
I'll spend some time with Ladder Bip, and I will solicit his help in translating some of the place names to see if he can just see if there are any points of interest that might be worth looking into in the Mournland that
Oh,
maybe
wow.
aren't marked.
This is old.
It is.
And using a cryptographic symbolism that I'm not
Ooh.
familiar with, so I will have to do some research.
Okay, well, let
Do you wish to
me know.
leave it with me?
You
Don't forget
you
he
are,
charges.
I do.
exactly. You are a man of unimpeachable reputation, so I am comfortable leaving it with you. How much time would you need, and what retainer would you require to start your work?
What did I charge you guys per book last time? That was pretty.
5 gold pieces per book.
God, I thought I charged you more.
I'm kidding.
I thought it was more.
It
quite
was.
a bit.
It was. It was.
expensive.
Go back and look.
It was. I
thought it was like-
I think I got it in my notes probably. I'll have to
I
look.
know you guys got a deal because of Shiny.
Because Shiny gives good quill.
He does.
Going back and trying to find. Uh, 50 gold pieces each, I think. Was that it?
That might be right.
Oh, no, I think that was what was carried by cultists.
I'm gonna go with 10 gold,
Okay.
and it might take some time because this is map work and less being able to reference the actual whole of the book for finding like phrases and stuff to that effect. So it's gonna probably take longer, but I'll get it done eventually.
Okay. Well, you know where to send notice to us if you do not hear from me. That's
Excellent.
you may
Will do.
leave word. Thank you much. A pleasure as always.
Indeed.
How many we had? 10. It was 20 gold per book.
Okay, so
Because it was 200 gold, and we had 10 books to translate. So that was,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
yeah. So bring it down to 5 gold for
Okay.
the map. Still, it's probably gonna take more time.
Yeah. Fewer characters, but I'll mark that off of mine. Okay then.
Does anybody have enough money that they want to try to enchant something or learn a new skill? Or...
I'm still a little bit short.
Both of which do take quite a bit of time as well.
How much to
Yeah.
enchant my plate?
You're looking at 500 gold.
Oh, I got that.
But it'll take several weeks.
Well, I don't know. Are we gonna speed up time, or we're not gonna speed up time?
Well, if we go into a thing where everybody's got some stuff that they want to do that takes time, then you might have enough time to be able to get it enchanted. And that's by somebody in the party. If it's not somebody in the party, you're looking at 1,000 gold. But I believe there's somebody in the party that does do enchant armor.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it.
I thought anybody could do it, right?
You got to have the
I just enchanted my own. I'm be more than happy to do yours.
what do you call it? The formula. And Shiny has discovered the formula for enchanting armor, and Roland has discovered for enchanting weapons.
A formula.
Yeah, they actually were able to use their own knowledge with the books that you guys for the artificer, and they kind of figured out a way from those notes to combine with their own skills to do something perhaps a little unique.
Would it even be worth it to enchant a javelin?
Sure, enchant to come back at
If
you.
you're only gonna miss by one,
I didn't miss last time. Hell, I hit something that was in the dark.
there you go.
Yeah, I suppose you could.
Yeah, you get a javelin of lightning. I've heard stories of that.
That's probably a bit past Roland's abilities. He can do a +1 right now.
Well, I don't know if he could cast the lightning spell and then infuse that with a javelin, and then it becomes a javelin of lightning. That's how magic items are made, right?
Sounds like it could be. Who knows?
Wait, but can you enchant an item that's like a +1 already, or no?
Roland can, and so can Shiny. They can both. Roland can do a weapon, and Shiny can do an armor.
It just becomes much more expensive.
Like how much in party was it? Was it 500?
What, for a +2?
For +1.
No, for a +1.
Yeah.
And
Oh no! I already have a great axe +1. I'm
Yeah,
Right.
Roland
To make it
enchanted that for you.
+2.
Right. To make it
not to make it
+2.
+2. They don't have that ability yet.
then I will wait. I still can't get that sunrod thing to work.
Wow.
It's
Well,
Rod of the
Suns.
Suns.
I've tried it every combination.
I'm going to your fucking sheet and doing it for you. You may not like because I'm not a DM, but
If not, we can fix it after.
It's such a minor item.
Well, it is till you can't see.
All right, so where are we going from here?
Is anybody? Let's see. Somebody wanted something done and enchanted. That takes a bit
plate.
of time. As
Where's my
in
plate?
weeks. I can't
You
remember.
can just do it while it's on me. You just kind of rub it.
Every once in a while,
keep rubbing
kinda
it.
rubs in.
It's recent. Yeah, I fell for that once with a guy on the bus.
so nasty.
I got a full me twice. Well, are we... Is there any urgency to anything in our schedule? I mean, maybe play some gigs while Killian gets his armor magicked?
Yeah, you guys could do that.
Are there any places of like magic resource like study that Cole and I can go to and Maybe beef up some of her knowledge or something.
We have our library cards.
There's the academy. She's got the set of books that she's been poring over and has been giving her the most knowledge into these skills. She could possibly find more by going to the library.
Well, since we got some time to kill, I think her and I will head over to the academy and check out the library.
Okay.
I
does
can't edit
anybody-
your sheet, by the way, because I'm not the DM.
That's fine. We'll figure it out after the fact. I don't think we'll be needing it tonight.
All right. Well, then, does aside from Shiny's going to work on Killian's armor, so that leaves Killian, you, Evo, Ordrin.
I am
Guys-
going to train with my new weapons, with Osric in his new form, and my master-crafted longbow, and my renewed passion for calligraphy.
All right. The other Warforged are gonna hit the books, see what they can learn.
I'm gonna suck off the knowledge off of
You.
Shiny or whoever's doing the enchanting, so I learn how to do it.
Absolutely. I'd be happy
Okay.
to show you.
The ability to do it, you'll need to be. Goodness. Was it at 5th? Did you guys get?
I don't remember.
The ability to cast 2nd level spells, and you'll be able to enchant a +1. So
So you need
don't
to have
think-
the spell enchant item.
yes, basically.
But does it have to be on your list?
No.
All right, cool.
Like Shiny's doing it through his warlock, his
Right,
touch
right.
with his patron, whereas Roland is doing with bardic magic, which is why all the weapons ring with a metallic pure note when they're hitting. It's not a clang. And Shiny's armor has the residual magic of the what's her patron again? Damn it.
My patron is.
Is it
Joan Jett of the Black Heart.
is it Raven Queen, or did you go with I thought you went with the biscuits. So much
The
fun.
God of Biscuits.
The god of biscuits. indeed.
Hungry Jack.
I went with
Hexblade.
Hex. Yes,
Yes.
but I'm trying to remember the patron for the Hexblade.
It's the
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 Lord of
Shadowfell.
Blades. No?
Some essence from the Shadowfell.
Yep.
Yeah.
No wonder you're such a dick.
And here I was going to show you how I enchant this armor, even though you're not
Well, I just found out
attuned
I
to the
don't
warlock
need
arts.
to. I don't even need to know from you.
Well, I would have been happy to show you
Okay.
nonetheless.
I'll still watch and bug you. Sing you lullabies. Maybe give
I'm
you a
so
little
good at
bardic
this. You can do
inspiration.
whatever you want. You cannot distract me.
I'm helping you. You don't want the bardic inspiration? Fine then. Kiss my
Absolutely,
ass.
yeah. I could probably do it much
Alright.
faster if you give me the inspiration.
Yeah, you can double up on time too, so it's taking you most of the day other than eating and sleeping. So it shortens the time by half. And unless anybody's actually learning a new proficiency, then I think yours is the only time that will matter. You can also throw money towards the downtime stuff for investigations, learning extra bits, and you guys can look at that over the next week if you want something to have happened during this interlude.
I will
then-
also be researching Rend during
Okay.
that time.
Most of it is basically throwing some gold and time at whichever downtime activity you wanted to do.
I'm assuming that we can use funds at the academy, or it's not the academy. Yeah, you said it was an academy, right?
Yeah, there's the I think it's Moorgrave Academy in Sharn. Plus, you're also members of the Clifftop Adventuring Guild, which has its own resources. And you have a contact with House Kenneth.
While Cole's going to be researching, cross-referencing her new books with anything that the Academy can offer, I'm going to start diving deep on any records on the Lord of Blades.
Okay. So you'll be doing that. I'll have everybody, if you guys are doing research, toss it in direct messages so that I can give you the results between the games, and it'll happen here in the interlude. And we'll move on.
Okay.
And you guys will have whatever information you gleaned, which will be important when we start using it, I think, next week, because we can, not towards wrapping up, but moving this along. So, a bit of time passes. You guys get some small gigs, nothing as big as the Starlasker concert or the Battle of the Bands.
Cover our expenses.
Yeah, it'll cover expenses. You guys do little adventuring jobs here, a basement, an attic. One or two of you hook up and do these small jobs, and it keeps you afloat without spending any more gold, other than towards any of the interests you do for downtime.
Excellent.
Having completed a lot of that over the weeks, you're checking in with the message station at Barman Tower.
Ooh.
It's a thunder rumbling in the distance. You cross the rain-slicked sky bridge that leads to Barman Tower. The rain falls at a steady pace, causing waterfalls to spill over the sides of slanted rooftops and balcony railings. Ahead, the door to the House Civis message station hangs open at a slightly strange angle. One of its hinges separated from the doorframe. Lightning flashes, and you think you hear a groan from somewhere inside the otherwise quaint shop.
Ooh.
And
We're rolling deep.
Oh, that's not good.
This...
you have just come up one of the lifts to an intersection here on the sky bridge towards the tower. Let's see, can I move you all at once? I think I can. As you guys are traveling, going through the town, or, across the bridges.
Stay away from the bridges. We always get attacked on bridges.
Stay away from the edges.
He's shooting the cans.
Whoever I've clicked has night vision, because everything's black and white.
Yep, they have night vision.
Oh, somebody fell off the edge.
Ah! I didn't recharge my feather token.
Oh, right. If anybody needed to do that.
How much that cost us?
Cost you 50 gold. There's someone.
Damn, that is expensive. That's twice as much as my awesome shield. Anyways, sorry.
That's all right. So, little shop here in the tower. You're outside of it. The door's slightly ajar there to the left on that landing. Well, it was open.
I don't see.
Sorry.
Oh,
I was
no,
trying
okay.
to just say,
Whoa, holy crap.
This
we're all
door
over
right
here.
there.
Correct.
Okay.
Wait, what door?
Right there.
All right. So the door is ajar.
It is.
No, it's still a door, just slightly open.
It's not ajar?
It is a door at an odd angle, hanging from one hinge.
All right, I got the light.
Shall we? Oh, okay.
I just want to pull out your sunrod.
You.
Mm-hmm. Whip out your rod.
You don't want to flash your sunrod?
Pales in comparison to yours.
All right.
I got your back.
Of course you do. I don't see anybody. Is the door open? Yep.
Should be open.
It's ajar. I told you it was ajar. It's kind of weird. Hello? Anybody here?
The tables and stools within the message station are in disarray. Some are overturned or smashed. Others have been forcefully scattered from their usual places. Behind the counter, lying atop a spilled shelf of scrolls and parchment sheets, is the gnome clerk who usually runs the station. She moans, unconscious but apparently still alive.
Where?
Anywhere in there.
All right, I'll go over there. I'll use my awesome medical skills to see how badly she's wounded.
Roll it.
Oh, yeah.
She's still alive, and with your medical
Wrong
training,
one. Oh, no, okay, 17. Never mind.
No,
Sorry.
medicine. You got it right.
Got it right.
You're able to bring her around with your medical knowledge.
I will drop some healing on her, too.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. I'll do the more personalized healing by dropping the special healing that's I'm going to do right now.
Any moment.
Any moment.
Oh, very nice.
There it is.
She sits up, blinking to clear her eyes, feels the surge of healing magic roll through her from your healing light. Thank you. She attempts to stand up now that she's feeling so much better. And she goes, the messages, she cries. I have to check on the messages. And she's almost panicking as she's looking around and checking all the scrolls and paperwork that is in disarray here behind the counter.
Well, whoever came in here, it seemed like they were trying to take something. How long ago did they leave?
Oh, Evo. And you guys have checked in. The Phoenixes. Thank you for bringing me back from the brink of death. She was just unconscious.
It's a little dramatic, but okay.
She's a little bit. A band of lizard folk charged in and attacked. There was at least 4 of them. They subdued me, almost killing me. And I gotta look around to see if they've taken anything. As she's looking. Do you guys do anything while she's going through her stuff?
Investigation time.
Yeah, just looking for anything that looks abnormal other than the immediate disarray. You said like the whole place has been trashed?
Yeah, the little waiting area. You guys would sit down and wait while she would look for messages from other areas of the world for guys and other customers that would come in.
I would like to try some insight to see if she's fully telling the truth or leaving anything out.
All right, you do an insight. Whoever was investigating, roll an investigation.
Who's our best investigator? Roland?
not sure.
I guess it's Cole.
Is not me.
I was gonna give advantage, but people are just rolling up things like there's no tomorrow.
Because we're kicking ass, man. We don't need any help. Boom.
Remember that the next time that you're bleeding out.
Let's see. Roland's all right at it.
I will sing Roland an inspirational song to give him advantage. And I do, as well as a 1d6 bardic inspiration for my wonderful singing.
Let's see what he rolls. Ooh, he rolls terribly.
Jesus, why did you roll?
Wow.
I'm rolling for Roland.
I was there. I was looking to see what he's got.
What the hell are you doing, man?
All right.
Yeah, I think I should have rolled.
Probably should have.
Yeah, you just, like everybody else, man, just pulling the trigger.
I wanted to be part of the group too.
You are part of the group. You always try to kill us. Well, whatever. He got 4 for the bardic inspiration on top of that. So.
Cool. All right.
Whatever you take.
You'll use your roll of 18 so that both Roland and Cole are the ones that actually find most of the stuff. There are sling stones scattered around the room. Large clawed footprints in the spilled ink near one of the overturned tables. They belong to at least 2 different humanoid species with claws. They've already been identified as lizard folk. And
But one has a cleft foot.
Cole spots a single larger split-toed footprint on a sheet of parchment. And that one, actually, she's rather well familiar with, is a Warforged footprint. So there was a Warforged here along with those lizard folk. The clerk, let's see. She continues with her story, saying that one of them was cloaked, and this stranger had a deep rumbling voice that was strong and threatening. The lizard folk followed his direction without question. He asked if there were any messages for you guys specifically.
What a jerk. Stealing the mail.
It was an amazing coincidence, because I haven't had anything for you yet, but just tonight I did get a message for you from the Speaking Stone. And I must have glanced at the scroll I was holding, and the next instant the man in the cloak had snatched the scroll with one hand and hit me with the other. That's the last thing I remember.
But you transcribed it from the Sending Stone to the paper, so you know what the message said, do you not?
I can't reveal what the message said because of how Civis clerks are trained to transcribe and forget for our own safety as well as for the privacy of our clients.
Well, let me sing you a lullaby that may bring it back to your memory. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm just going to sing her a nice
how
little
long
song.
ago did this happen?
This was this evening.
I mean, like an hour ago? 2 hours ago?
I've been unconscious. I don't know. It was just getting towards dusk. What time is it? And as she's talking with you, she's rearranging the messages and putting them back into the piles, at least, to put it get it into repaired. And she's using a wand to cast mend on the little holes that you would have for post office boxes, to repair those that have been shattered.
And was the message that he took out of your hand the message for us?
It was.
Oh.
And it was from Lady Eladrin de Kenneth.
Ooh.
She's been kidnapped. No, maybe not.
I don't
Perhaps me and Roland could do this little performance that will help you remember. So Roland can think of maybe a lesser restoration, might, since it's not too far back, to help bring back the memory, or perhaps the spell magic that would temporarily take away the mind block to forget it. So maybe she could put some pieces of it together.
I doubt it's going to work. It's designed specifically to defeat the recollection of the messages.
But the thing is that you're willfully trying to recollect,
Even
under
so,
no duress.
it is against our creed.
All right, well, no free concert for you then. Good job losing our message. And I walk out.
But your message would have been safe had I not.
Well, then nobody would have known it. You maybe should have ate it. I have no idea. I'm frustrated. I'm walking right now.
She didn't even take any money out of the till.
Of course not, because she's trying to kill us. Probably won't even be able to play another concert
Would it be
now.
possible for you to send a message to Lady Eladrin and ask her to repeat the message?
Possibly. I'll see what I can do.
Could I tell
Alright.
if she'd been telling the truth
In
the
the
whole time?
meanwhile, we maybe can track. I mean, one would think a gaggle of lizard men and a large, sinister, cloaked figure wouldn't be entirely unnoticed. Especially as much ink as they appear to have tracked around. Not the most subtle of agents.
No. Shiny, you get the feeling that she's frazzled, she's thankful, she's completely being honest, and in no way would she ever try to remember a message.
Okay.
So again, you get that almost an indignation, but she likes you guys and doesn't give that off.
Just trying to be careful. I'm glad you're okay. This is obviously quite harrowing for you, so thank you for trying to help us.
You're welcome. I'll send a message back to the station that it came from, and I'll be in touch.
Meanwhile, should we call the watch to come out? You need
Please,
might
if you
warrant
see one.
further protection. I'm gonna head out and see if there's anybody from the watch outside, and look for any signs of stained, clawed footprints.
Okay. As you head outside, you find a city guardsman who, with concern, heads with you to the message station and checks in with the gnomish clerk. Check to see if she's okay. Oh, well done on the healing, and she points to Evo, and the city guard gives a fist up salute to Evo for helping out the poor little gnome. Do you guys stick around, or do you head off?
No, we should probably stick around if there's going to possibly be a return message.
Okay.
I don't know what the timing's going to be. Are there any prints that I can see out here? Anything, a direction?
Do you have
Not the most astute at this.
survival? Are you proficient in survival?
I am not proficient in survival.
I am.
That is proficient, not jack of all trades. I know a bit of.
I know a bit of everything.
Okay, so you can make a roll. Mordrin, you cannot.
Well, who's our tracker? Anybody like professional? What about you, Killian? Aren't you our professional tracker?
No,
You don't have anything in survival?
I do actually.
That
What is
you're
it, like a -1 or something?
proficient?
No, can we roll?
Are you proficient or not
proficient?
proficient?
Yes, I'm proficient.
Oh,
Are you gonna give him inspiration?
I don't know.
You're
Maybe
gonna let poor
maybe
Killian hang out.
Killian,
you know?
here, hold this light for me. Grab your light rod out of your pants and
you.
put it on the ground here, and let me see if it can help me, because I got a plus, pretty good at it. You got to play. Are you pretty good at it, or are you just kind of?
What is good? What is bad?
All right.
These
Yeah.
are important questions.
All right. So you help me find it. So go ahead and you roll, and then I'll make the main roll.
Oh, I didn't sync it. Shit.
No.
I saw it came up as a 12.
Did?
Well, it came up in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, it was a 12.
So
He
with
gets his
advantage.
advantage.
Not bad. Not great.
Yeah, not bad, not great. Let's see. The rain seems to slack off as you are looking at the ground, walking away from the shop, trying to follow the ink-stained tracks. Around a tower bend, at least a dozen people are milling about on a partially covered terrace. Gang of children splashing in the puddles near the curving wall, laughing merrily. Merchant person pushes by with an empty cart, presumably returning from the market exchange. A different guard in a different direction than the one that you guys pulled in looks over the crowd from his place under a shop awning, and you're following the tracks as they get thinner and thinner and thinner as the rain has been washing away the inked tracks. A blur of feathers suddenly rockets towards you out of the cloud-filled sky. It's a giant owl, and it circles once above the two of you before tipping the satchel it carries in its talons to drop off a scroll case at your feet.
Oh, Hedwig, it's you.
Hoot, hoot.
God,
Oh, we're getting attacked by a harpy.
it's my
We
dad's
won't
owl.
pollute.
What was your question, then?
I said it was my dad's owl. It was a joke.
It was not.
Yeah. Bad joke. Sorry.
He had a pseudo dragon, anyways.
That's true.
All right.
Well, jeepers. Maybe we should get in from the rain and go back to the other guys because we got this allogram here. What do you say, Killian? Or do you think we're close?
I feel we're close.
Okay. Well, this scroll doesn't look like it's ticking.
Pretty much faded where you're at right now. The marks are been washed away by the rain. It looked like it was heading towards the lift that you guys came up.
Yeah, we're being followed. Great. Well, I guess this is where the trail ends then, because this is where the lift is, right?
Correct. Well, it seems to be headed that direction around that intersection there.
Well, you're pretty good at this, Killian. I don't know. Any other insight on this situation? I'd love to hear your valued opinion.
Somebody loves mail.
You okay, Killian? I'm a little slower than normal.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go back, buddy.
Okay.
All right, so I'll wait till I get back and I'll open the scroll tube in front of everybody in case it explodes.
Nice. Bring them all with you.
Just know so they can see my flaming death and, of course, resurrection through my phoenix tattoo.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well,
What? Oh, what? Never mind.
you open that up, and it's in a direct message, which I can then shoot to the whole party if you're sharing it. But you might not. Who knows?
Oh, well, alrighty. Oh my god, you wrote something. Never mind. I need to check my Discord. Too many windows open. Oh my god, can I even read this? Am I too blind for this?
Oh, sorry. It might
No,
be
it's
the
okay,
case.
it's okay. I got it. What the hell? All right, well, I'm going to definitely show this to the guys. I'll just read aloud. Adventurers, a normal means of communication seem to have been compromised. So they've sent this special messenger to personally find you and deliver this letter. You served me once before, and now I need your help again. Time is short. I feel that our enemies have discovered me and are now closing in. I told you guys this was dangerous. Meet me at the Broken Anvil Tavern, where we first will discuss the heirloom job and opportunities. Act quickly, for we believe that we are all in terrible danger. And then Lady E. Does this seem to be the same handwriting in which we received some of the other information and our contract?
You didn't do a written contract as far as I remember.
No, we always do a written contract.
Do you?
Yeah. That's how companies do things, so we don't get sued. And that they actually can't cheat us out of our money.
All right, then make a history check.
Alrighty. Oh, that's rolling.
Roland could be one of the best ones at it. Who knows?
Yes, Roland. Look at this here, and I'm gonna assist Roland and give him advantage. Nope. Roland, I got like this dust mote in my eye, so he's gonna roll. Hey, didn't roll great. Didn't roll bad.
Well, it looks like her writing.
All right. Well, what do you say, boys?
It's at least a public place. I think that would be. Yes, I think the urgency warrants throwing caution to the wind. Let's go.
Well, let's get our
Be
gear.
ready for a trap.
Let's get our gear, and then let's go there. Is this later in the time where enchantments and everybody's playthings are all done, or no?
Yep, this is going to be after the interlude where you guys get some stuff taken care of.
All right, cool.
Which I'll retcon as I go through everybody's stuff and tell you how long it takes and how much it
We
costs.
find out that it is a moon sword.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So we
you
go
guys-
pick up our gear and head over there.
Alrighty.
Arm up.
We are just about at 11, so what we could do is stop now and pick it up as you come into the Broken Anvil next week.
Sounds good. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah. All right. Well, another semi-exciting adventure with a lot of shopping, but that sometimes that's how you take it to get everything fair and square, and everybody gets the money that's owed to them.
And there's some role playing and also, talking about what you might be doing in the future.
Yep. And leading into, our next adventure, which will be next week, which I'm sure is going to be action-packed. So, until next week, say goodnight, guys.
Good
Yeah,
night,
yeah.
guys.